Sabi nung kanta, we have two hands, no? So now we have two kidneys, the left and the right. Hold them up high. So this is what we will do, no? Bear with me. So we have two kidneys. Para siyang tengang daga, no? Para siyang ear, no? So when your heart pumps, the blood will flow into the renal arteries. Sasalain niyan. Para siyang filter. Sasalain niya yung mga toxins. Itapon niya, iipunin niya ng ureter. Maiipon siya sa pantog o sa bladder, and then you feel the urge to urinate. Yun yung normal na process. At any given time, 100% of your blood is being filtered by your kidneys, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Now, take note, ha? Bakit ko sinabing 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year? It's because when you do dialysis, yung normal dialysis, ilang oras ginagawa yon? 4 hours. How often? 2 to 3 times a week. Paano mahabol ng 4 hours yung 24 hours na trabaho ng kidney 2 to 3 times a week? It does not. So, ang normal na creatinine is natin 133. Sabihin natin yun, 115. No? Pagka mga 300, 400, nag-i-advise na sila mag-dialysis. Minsan, pag nag-dialysis, bababa lang ng 20-30%. Diba? 1,000 ng creatinine after dialysis, it will go to mga 700, 800. Hindi man lang naabot yung 133 na normal limit mo. If it's an MWF na dialysis, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, let's say 1,000 creatinine mo, the dialysis, baba lang 700, 800, by Wednesday, 1,000 naman yun. And so on and so forth. So, hindi naaabot dun sa dapat normal. And the sad thing is, we had a patient before na ang creatinine is 1,000. After dialysis, umakyat pa ng 1,200. So sabi namin, Doktora, bakit po, we asked that nephrologist, bakit po from 1,000, umakyat pa ng 1,200? Ang sabi ng doktora sa amin, kasi we have to give him something called heparin. Ang purpose nun, para lumabdaw yung dugo, para habang dumadaan siya doon sa machine for 4 hours, hindi magbara. So it's a blood thinner. Heparin is a very strong blood thinner. Ang problem daw, yung heparin, sinira din yung kidney. So, if umpisa pa lang yung kidney mo nagmamalfunction na, as you do dialysis, it can get worse and worse. So, sabi ng aking kaibigang doktora na nephrologist, he was the best nephrologist in Palawan kasi siya lang mag-isa. She said, it's a very depressing job. Kasi pag nakita yung pasyenteng may kidney failure, alam niya, it's either matadialysis siya, matatransplant, walang garantiya na if you transplant, you'll get result. Kaya, very depressing daw. And if you see the patients doing dialysis, hindi lang ikaw madidepress as a doctor, pati sila. You can see them being depressed. Okay. So, the kidney is a very faithful organ. Sa katawan natin, when we have a pair of organs, diba? Dalawang arm, dalawang paa, dalawang mata, if you break one, if you lost one, you have your backup system, no? Hindi katulad liver and heart, isa lang sila, no? So, okay, let's say at any given time, 1/3 of your kidney is filtering the blood. Filter. 1/3 is getting ready to filter. And 1/3 is just resting. So, kung 24 hours yan, siguro, 8 oras sila, who knows, no? Nag-shifting, no? If they are doing their job, you will see that creatinine at normal level. Ano yung creatinine? Yan yung waste material ng katawan natin. If you eat more, you produce more creatinine. There are some food that have higher creatinine and there are some food na less yung creatinine. Kaya ang pasyenteng sila ang kidney, merong special diet yan. Susundin dapat ng pasyente yung special diet niyan. It can help them produce less creatinine or make it easily eliminated. Or kung matigas ang ulo mo, mas mahirap at mas mataas ang magiging level ng creatinine mo. Okay. So, creatinine would be like inhaling oxygen and when you exhale, carbon dioxide. So, whether kumakain ka o hindi, nagpupulos ka ng creatinine pa rin. Kasi tuloy-tuloy yan. Nagtutuloy-tuloy siya. So, we measure how much creatinine is left or is eliminated in the urine to have an idea of the percentage ng trabaho ng kidney. Meron tinatawag na GFR, no? Kukolektahin mo yung 24 hours urine, kukuha ka ng sample, itetest mo, titignan mo gaano karaming creatinine na ilabas. Anyway, for our purposes, yung creatinine kung normal, Yun ang chine-check para may idea ka. Gaano ka seryoso yung problem mo. Okay. So, if nasira yung 1/3 ng kidney, may 2/3 ka pang nagpapalitan dyan, may 3/3 ka pa sa kabila, if masira yung 1/3, pag chinek mo ang creatinine, normal pa rin. May backup system yung kidney, no? Kung masira yung 2/3, meron ka pang 1/3 sa natirang kidney, meron pang 3 doon, the creatinine will still be normal, even if 2/3 ay sira. Okay? If masira yung isang kidney, di ba, pwede ka man naman buhay ng isang kidney mo, di ba? You still have 1/3 na magtatrabaho, magre-rest, magre-relyebo. So, the creatinine will still be normal. So, you have so much room for error that even if one kidney is damaged or destroyed or non-functional, normal pa ang creatinine mo. Pag nasira yung 1/3 ng natitirang kidney, makapang 2/3 din na magre-relyebo. Aakyat lang ang creatinine mo, no? I think yung last kong tulingan is 150 na ngayon yung normal na upper limit, no? 70 plus to 115. Yung iba ginagawa 133. Yan yung normal, no? Nakita nila, pag nag-start tumaas ang creatinine, ba, ang normal 150, naging 120, 130, maski mababa lang yun. Ibig sabihin, 80 to 90% nagmamalfunction. And only 10 to 20% are still functioning. By the time makita mong tumaas ang creatinine mo, maski hindi ganun kataas, malaki na pala ang damage. And we already call that chronic renal failure or even end-stage kidney failure. Pag end-stage, sa pelikula, unless Marvel movie, no? End-stage, the end. End, sira, kidney. Oh, pag nasira, anong gagawin mo? Papalitan. So, ang treatment talaga sa sirang kidney ay palitan. So, transplant. Ang tanong, how much is it? How much is a kidney transplant? Nag-range siya from 1.2 to 1.8 million. Surgery pa lang yun at saka ano, no? And nung araw, nagbumenta yung yung mga nagpupunta para bumili ng kidney sa Pilipinas, no? That was called medical tourism, no? But, siyempre, hindi papayag kasi maraming tao ginawang palabigasan yung kidney ng kidney, no? So now, if you are going to have kidney transplant, it should be kamag-anak. Why? Dalawang purpose nun. One is because para less danger of rejection. Hindi sa yung kidney, aaway ng katawan mo yun, no? And pangalawa, para hindi maging livelihood, no? Pwede mo ibenta yung kidney left and right, no? So, livelihood. However, pwede pa yung 1.2 to 1.8 M, no? Kailangan milyonaryo ka bago magkaroon ng silang kidney, no? You are going to spend 60 to 70,000 monthly. Forever. Anong purpose yung 60 to 70,000 monthly? Para hindi mo i-reject yung kidney na ibibigay sa iyo. Okay, so let's say nagpunta ka sa PCSO, nakakuha ka ng help sa mga politicians, sa mga senators, etc. PhilHealth, binayaran, nagkaroon ka ng transplanted kidney from your kamag-anak, brother, sister, o father, o kung ano man, no? Tapos nagbigay ka ng 60 to 70,000 monthly, okay na ba ako? Hindi. There is no guarantee that your body will accept that borrowed kidney. Your body can reject that in 1 day, 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, etc. And if i-reject ng katawan mo yung kidney, tuloy pa rin yung 60 to 70,000. Kasi kung yung may gamot na nga, nire-reject pa, hindi lalo na pag wala. Ang purpose niyan is forever, para hindi mo labanan o i-reject yung kidney. Your immune system will attack that kidney because it's a foreign body, it's not your body, it's not from your own system. I-recognize ng katawan, hindi ko akin yun. So, lalabanan siya ng kidney. So, what do you do? When you have that, ang tawag namin dyan, gambling. Di ba? It's a gamble. It's a gamble. Okay. Kung hindi mapalitan yung kidney or pinalitan na nga, ayaw pa rin tanggapin, ano nang magagawa mo? Then what you can do is make the most of what you have or what you not have. No? So now we go, ano yung trabaho ng kidney? So there are 6 functions of the kidney. 1, get rid of toxins. Yeah. Ano yung mga toxins? BUN, uric acid, creatinine. Number 2, get rid of fluid, water, tubig. No? Lalabas mo yun eh. Yan. Number 3, control blood pressure. See, ang problem kasi ganito, pag ikaw'y high blood palagi, persistently, nadidestroy yung mga ugat ng kidney, nadadamage yung kidney. Pag na-damage yung kidney, tataas ang creatinine mo, tataas yung mga ano-ano, no? Unfortunately, pag na-damage yung kidney, mag-high blood ka. Pag nag-high blood ka, madadamage yung kidney. Do you see the vicious cycle, no? So, people would have kidney failure kasi ang taas ng blood pressure and then later on, tataas ang blood pressure kasi sira ang kidney. Okay. Next, number 4, siya ang tagatapon ng ating mga asin sa katawan. Sodium, potassium, calcium, phosphorus. Sodium, potassium, calcium, phosphorus. Number 5, meron siyang chemical na inalalabas na ang trabaho nun ay magsabi sa katawan to produce red blood cell. Okay? So, yan. And then number 6, ang trabaho niya, wag itapon nyo. Kasi the kidney is a filtering mechanism. Anong purpose ng filter? Throw away the bad things and prevent the good things from being lost. So, the protein should not be thrown in the kidney. It should be retained. Eh, sira yung kidney. Tinatapon niya yung good, nire-retain niya yung bad. No? It's malfunctioning as a kidney, as a filter. Kaya tinawag siyang kidney failure. It's failing its job of filtering the blood. No? So, what will happen? Pag kita mo, taas ng BUN, creatinine, uric acid, nagmamanas yung patient niya nagmamanas or kaya yung paa. No? And then, yung nag-high blood, nagkakaloko-loko yung sodium, potassium, calcium, bumabag sa phosphorus, tumataas. Red blood cell, naging bumababa, and then protein, bumababa. Very frothy yung ihi, punong-puno ng bula is being thrown away. Ang problem is, you cannot eat too much concentrated protein kasi hindi kaya ng kidney. Kaya binabawal ngayon. Red meat, may mga binabawal na pagkain. So, the patient has to do something. Kung hindi niya papalitan yung kidney, medicine has to do something about these 6 problems. So, yun yung aspect ng medicine. For the toxins, you do dialysis. Pero sabi ko nga, di ba, yung 4 hours na dialysis is not really gonna get rid of the toxin. Now, there are 2 types of dialysis. One is yung sa ugat, which is called hemodialysis. 4 hours yun, 2 to 3 times a week. And the other one is peritoneal dialysis. Binubutas yung tiyan. Doon sa ating large intestine, yung colon, no, meron tinatawag na tuwalya. It's called the peritoneum. Ito yung sa isaw, no? Luluto natin isaw, meron doon parang tuwalya, no? Yung tuwalya or yung peritoneum, may mga kulani or lymph nodes. Yung lymph nodes, nag-filter din ng dugo. So, one technique they do is they will get a dextrose or IV fluid, papasok dito, may gripo dito sa tiyan, tapos bubuksan, yung water will be cleaned up by the peritoneum and then it will go out. Siguro baka sasayo-sayo pa siya para medyo alug-alug ng konti. No? So, you can do that on your own. Usually, the patient will do it on his own. He's doing their own dialysis using his peritoneum, his large intestine, etc. No? So, parang pinupwersa mong maglinis yung bituka mo. Something like that. So, these 2 procedures, peritoneal or hemodialysis, are only temporary things. Nag-dialysis ka. O, Dok, magaling na ako? Hindi. Ginawa lang ng paraan. And it is actually yung hemodialysis, effective siya kung nagmamanas ka na. Because when you do hemodialysis, kung manas ka, mabilis siyang hilahin yung tubig. But the creatinine, mga 20 to 30% lang usually ang binababa. Okay? So, it's only a temporary measure. What about the tubig? What do they do? What they do is limit fluid intake. So, bawasan. Kaya I've seen patients na, ilang pong baso iniinom nyo? Ay, 2 lang. Yung isa nga sabi niya, mabasa lang ang labi. Normally, we need at least 8 glasses of water per day. Pero pag nagda-dialysis na at pasyenteng sila ang kidney, they are told, limit, limit, limit. And of course, you can see the patient, kulubot yung skin, kulay gray, hindi na nagpapawis kasi wala nang tubig yung katawan nila eh. They're like prunes, dehydrated. So, the patient is dehydrated and that is your normal thing. Now, ang katawan natin is 70% water, our blood is 90+% water. Nagbabara yung machine kasi napakalapot ng dugo nila. Bakit nagbara? Eh, ang lapot ng dugo mo because you're dehydrated. Okay? And then sa blood pressure problem, drugs. Usually, mga 2 gamot, hindi mo kusa isa eh. Of course, it does have an effect on the kidney. Lahat naman ng gamot may effect sa liver and kidney, no? Wala mang choice. Yan. And then, sodium, potassium, bawal ang asin, bawal ang potassium, bawal ang mga fruits, no? Kaya ko sinabi kanina na careful dapat sa herbal kasi most herbal medicine are high in potassium. And if your body cannot get rid of it, magbibuild up ang potassium. Ang isa sa side effect ng potassium na mataas is heart attack. So kung ikaw, uy, maganda itong herbal na ito, inumin mo ito for your kidney. Eh, sira na nga yung kidney mo, hindi niya nga mailabas yung dapat ilabas eh. Paano niya ilalabas yung bibigay mong herbal? Dehydrated pa, paano siya makakarating where it's supposed to go? Eh, ang tubig ang magdadala sana nun kung saan man dapat dalhin. So, some alternative practitioner, ay, nabasa niya maganda itong sambong sa kidney. Yeah, it can help. Pero gaano karaming tubig na iniinom mo to deliver what you're supposed to deliver to where it's at. No? Kailangan ng tubig, di ba? Eh, hindi ka naman makainom maraming tubig, magmamalas yung pasyente, malulunod. Yes. So, yun yung dahilan why I give caution. Sa red blood cell, either mag-transfuse dahil mababa ang pula ng dugo or you inject. Meron tinatawag na epoetin, which is what the kidney produces so that the body will produce red blood cell, ini-inject yun. Minsan, kung 3 times a week silang nagda-dialysis, they do injection 3 times a week. Or transfusion 3 times a week, something like that. And then sa protein, bawal yung mga karne, bawal ang protein-rich food. Ang patient mukhang zombie. I'm sorry for the patient who are doing dialysis, but that is the system. After dialysis, nagkukulap sila. Merong ina-atake patay. I remember one person telling me, 20 kaming patient po, nakaupo kami, mga tulala kami. We're like zombies, just looking at, staring at whatever, no? Merong iba daw, kumakain pa ng burger. Tapos biglang mag-collapse, no? Sabi nila, kasi lilinisin naman yung katawan ko ng machine. And that is foolishness. Hindi lang nga ma-handle ng kidney mo yung load na binibigay niya. Magdadagdag ka pa kasi thinking mo matatanggal ng dialysis yung it does not. No? Nakadikit sa katawan mo yun. Kulang na kulang yung tubig na binibigay mo. Why am I saying this? Because some people think, ay, ano yun, may dialysis naman eh. The dialysis is only a temporary measure, a stopgap measure. It's like a leaking boat. Nagsasalo ka lang ng tubig palabas, pero butas pa rin. And your boat will sink. Sabi ng isang, ay, oo nga po, 20 kami. Tapos after a few months, 19 na kami. After a few months, 18 kami. Tinanong, oh Brad, nasa na si Brad? Nasa ibang bansa na, pa China. That's the reality, no? So, ito yung medical. As my friend, sabi ko yung the best doctor and nephrologist in Palawan says, it's a depressing job. Why am I smiling? Eh, that's all you can do. No? So, kami, we arrived at a technique accidentally. We had a patient before, he was coming to my friend who is a nephrologist in Puerto Princesa in Palawan, and so happy she was in Manila, and the patient came, and we were in the same clinic na I'm doing alternative and my friend is doing conventional medicine. Eh dumating siya, wala yung doktora ng 4 days na wala. Hindi naman namin pwedeng hindi tulungan yung pasyente. So we did some things. We did steam bath. You know, when you sweat out, you eliminate toxins, you know. In Chinese medicine, the skin is known as the third kidney. Pwede kang mag-alis ng asin dyan. Pwede kang mag-alis ng pawis. Even creatine can be affected by sweating. So we did other things. We gave him herbs for the kidney. Kasi pwede ka lang mag-herbal kung makakain ka ng enough na tubig. Pwede kang mag-inom ng tubig kung mailalabas mo yung tubig. Kung hindi mo mailalabas ng tubig, huwag kang mag-herbal-herbal. Do you see the concept? If you have a kidney failure, sira ang kidney mo, hindi nagtatrabaho yung kidney mo, you can take herbal medicine, but you have to have a way to eliminate the tubig na nasa katawan mo. Kailangan at least normal yung hydration mo. Hindi yung dehydrated ka, para kang pus, tapos kung ano ilalagay mo, hindi makalabas. So you can just do herbal therapy if you want, and do natural if you're adequately hydrated. And you can do hydration if you can eliminate the fluid from other way. Wag lang sa kidney. Marami namang ibang exit point eh. Yung mga taong nag-LBM, nadi-dehydrate eh. So ibig sabihin, that's another exit point. Instead of poking a hole here, doing peritoneal dialysis, you have a hole up there. And you can do enema, do the same thing without any dextrose na ilalagay dito. So in the US before, they were doing coffee enema for patients na kailangan ng liver at kidney cleansing. And it works. Sauna, steam. One time, we even have a patient na binalot namin ng plastic, pinak-sweat out namin for 4 hours. Bagsak taga creatinine niya. 1,600 yung creatinine ng patient. 4 hours namin pinapawis. 4 hours din naman ang dialysis eh. Ang naging problem lang is, when you're sweating a lot, you have to give sodium. Yan. So we give sodium bicarb. Minsan bibigyan nila asin. O kaya pinabababad namin sa inflatable pool ng mga bata, lagyan ng asin yun, lagyan ng tubig, babad siya doon ilang oras. Anong mas madali? Mag-sweat out, magpawis, o mag-dialysis? One important thought when we are talking about alternative medicine is, one, the alternatives have alternatives. That's one. Number two, if the door is closed, open the window. Kung sira ang pinto, buksan mo bintana. Kung ayaw maglabas ng toxin ng kidney mo, hanap ka ng iba. Yung kidney lang ba ang tagalinis ng dugo? You got your liver. You got your lymphatics, mga kulanin sa kilikili, sa singit, etc. Nag-filter din ng blood yun. Your skin can clean out a lot of things. No? Breathing out can eliminate a lot of toxins. Yung colon mo, yung large intestine mo, tagalinis din yan. No? So, kung si Pedro may sakit, maybe si Juan, si Santiago, si Judas, pwede magtrabaho para kay Pedro. Or make up for Pedro at least. And so we get results because we do other things. We think outside the box. Just because you don't have 1.2 billion or 1.8 million and 60 to 70,000 monthly, doesn't mean pinabayaan ka ng Panginoon. Baka naman may ibang answer, baka may ibang way. We have a patient, his creatinine was 1,400. His two brothers died of kidney failure. So, ewan ko kung siguro na-trauma siya kasi ayaw niya magpa-dialysis, ayaw magpasali ng dugo, ayaw niya magpa-inject because his two brothers died of kidney failure. So, sabi niya, ayoko. Sabi namin, we're in the hospital, sabi namin, no, you have to kasi 1,400. Siyempre, mas mahirap alisin yung 1,400. Kung mapapababa siya ng konti, di mas madali. Ayaw niya. 2 beses siya nag-collapse. After a week of stay, his creatinine went from 1,400 to 1,600. Suko na ako. Eh, ayaw namang umuwi. So, pinag-sign namin ng waiver. Napawis namin siya. Binalot namin ng plastic. May mga kung anong ginawa kami. Bumaba naman. Lumabas siya ng 400 na lang creatinine. Pinabalik ko sa bukid. Magtrabaho ko sa bukid. Trabaho siya sa bukid. No? Normally, pag sira ang kidney mo, mahina ka. But there are techniques to strengthen you and energize you. So, lumakas siya. He was able to do his job. Every month, babalik siya. From 400, naging 300, naging 200. Pagbalik, may mga gulay-gulay na dala. Yan. Hindi siya na-dialysis. Pero ayoko nang galon kasi maraming buhok akong nawala dahil doon. We can only do that because we're in the hospital setup. Naka-standby yung dialysis machine kung ayaw talagang mag-problema. Ay, ngayon, hindi na ako nagtatanggap ng gano'n. Mag-dialysis ka muna bago ka magpunta sa akin. Why? What if ang dialysis mo is Monday, Wednesday, Friday? No? 3 times a week. Let's say 1,000 ang creatinine mo. After dialysis, baba siya ng 800, 700. Pero kung may ginagawa kang natural way, napanatili mo yung 800 hanggang Wednesday. Then nag-dialysis ka, bumagsak ng 600, 500. Napanatili namin ng Friday. Do you see what I'm getting at? Just because nagda-dialysis ka na doesn't mean. And may pasyente kami na hindi na alis sa dialysis, pero after dialysis, ang lakas-lakas ng bumuling pa. Kasi hindi siya dehydrated, hindi siya laglag, hindi siya toxic. He's able to be normal ang skin, maganda ang mukha. He's even able to make love to his wife. Yeah. Because the kidney energy is very important. In Chinese medicine, the kidney energy is a gauge of your health, your overall health. So this is the medical way, and what we did is we just replaced the toxins, the liver, the skin, the colon, the lymphatics can do their job. No? May colonics, may enema, may steam bath, may sauna, may salt water soap. No? Babad ka sa tubig alat. No? Reusable yun, maski ilang linggo mong gamitin yun. No? Baka lang mag-evaporate yung tubig, pero yung salt nandun pa rin. So, pinihilan ng salt yun. Yung, ano ba tawag doon? Diffusion men. Yung from a greater gradient, pupunta siya sa less. No? So, hinihila ng tubig yung tubig sa katawan mo, including the creatinine and other things. So, doon sa tubig, binibigyan namin ng tubig. Kasi hindi kami nagre-rely lang sa kidney para ilabas yung tubig. If your kidneys are malfunctioning, bibigyan mo pa ng diuretic, pampaihi, pinapalo mo yung kidney na mahina na. And then, dun sa BP, we shift from drugs to herbs. Mahirap alisin from drugs. Pero habang nag-i-improve yung pasyente, you can give something. Yung sodium, potassium, binibigyan namin sodium bicarbonate, minsan binibigyan namin sodium chloride kasi nga, pag nagpawis siya, bumabagsak ang sodium. And then, sa red blood cell, tuloy ang injection, then we give green leafy vegetable. That patient na 1006, nagkata siya ng ampalaya at malunggay and started drinking. Ampalaya and malunggay has something called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a blood builder. It helps red blood cell, white blood cell, platelet go up. Matulungan niya. And then, sa protein, we give raw egg white, we give yogurt, we give soy milk, no? Maski uric acid yun, we still give, and it helps. Pero ginawa lang namin yung trabaho ng kidney. Hindi namin ginising yung trabaho ng kidney. It's just doing the work of the kidneys. It's either you transplant or replace, or at least you replace the work of the kidney. Yan. So that is what we do as a way to help the patient be weaned off their dialysis or mapatagal bago sila mag-dialysis. Kung maski ilang years yan, as long as may ginagawa ka, you will be able to prevent the patient from going into dialysis. Okay. Next is how to awaken the kidney.